the
Ah, shit, I
other
forgot I had
version
that.
of it. And what?
Alright, the live stream should be up now. Even though you're gonna be a couple seconds behind me compared to what actually I see.
Alright, let me go and cook up something because I need to cook this food. And I get, man, Spencer is so annoying. Even his name sounds annoying. His name sounds like someone that would be annoying.
That's mean.
It just does. Spencer. You know, he sounds like a nerd. Like not just like your regular kind of nerd, but like your fucking uppity ass entitled nerd. Like I've been waiting 20 minutes. Like nigga, I'm trying. Fuck. I'm glad I even said anything. I didn't want to talk to you. Gosh. Like I was just talking about how annoying he could be. So I'm like maybe I'm being too harsh. And literally, he it took him no less than 20 minutes to start being a prick again. It's like okay, now I remember why I don't like talking to this guy.
Then why don't you delete him?
I don't know. I just forget people exist. That's why.
Oh, wait,
It's
maybe
kind of
if
like
I...
I delete them in mine.
Oh. So let's see. Hey, I'm top tier. Woot woot. Have you even started watching yet? Because it only says that one person's watching. And that would be me.
I'm still waiting for the thing to show up.
Uh, Scroll up so it says reload on your phone. Or not scroll up, scroll down. Where your screen goes further down. And then it should load for a couple of seconds and then it should pop up. Because that's what I had to do.
Just back out and come back in.
My tank is slow.
2 months ago, you go to upload.
Okay, I just sent you
Okay, now what?
the
Okay.
broadcast. If you couldn't find it, I sent it via PlayStation.
Alright, I see.
Okay.
I'm just gonna plug this thing in then.
It's very slow. This tank is very slow. You said you wanted me the one that has the most guns and is really big. That would be this tank's name.
Yeah, that's just like a freaking the tank a kid would draw in kindergarten class.
Board is a Japanese tank, so take that what you will.
No, okay. Someone probably had their kid design it during the war. It was like show this dad a picture, like look at this, and he's like, oh, great son. And he like just put it up on a fridge, and then like one of the higher in command seen it and was like, oh, this is one of your new tank designs, brilliant. We'll start working on it immediately. Just like,
Well, this is an
fuck
experimental
this.
tank. It was never actually produced.
Yeah.
I haven't even shot anybody yet. It's really annoying.
Guys, what was it? It's like, what was up with the a lot of those freaking, what do they call them? I guess they were the axes of I remember what the Germans and the Japanese and the
Yeah, they were called the Axis. They were called the
okay,
Axis
but
powers. We were called the Allied powers.
I don't get what their obsession was with just making humongous vehicles or wanting to.
More protection so that their enemies can't penetrate them and they can penetrate their tank.
I mean, that would make sense if it was like, you know, World War One when we didn't have airplanes that could like shit on your life. But I mean,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
like the Germans were trying to make a tank so big it looked like a freaking house on wheels.
True.
I don't know if they were trying to, but they were at least they had the idea to do so.
The blueprint.
Like like there's gonna be only like a matter of days until people start setting up a plan or getting blown. Like we blew everything up they trying to make. Like even some of their strongest boats, it's like let's just blow this up. Yeah, like everything was just a target.
Well, this is gonna be really boring. I haven't done anything and we're about to win.
Well, your presence alone is enough to scare them. They're like, oh man, see the size of that dude's tank. Let's not even try.
Well, the dude next to me is the same, or as smaller. Never mind, because my tank's bigger.
Oh,
I was about to say we're about the same size, but no, mine's the earlier model.
yeah, he's not as long and big as you.
Jeez. I did nothing. I shot 0 shells that game. It's really annoying.
You're shooting rays of intimidation.
Sad thing is, I've probably died, well, maybe not died the most in this tank, but I've died a decent amount of times in this tank.
Would you rather die in a tank, like a big tank, or die in some tiny, little girly tank? So like,
okay, I'll give you that.
One with like one gun. Like, who wants a tank with one gun?
Probably a lot of tanks.
You want to die in a tank so big that, you know, the death count is like equal up to like 10 people. That's probably like how many people it takes to even drive that darn thing.
Hold on. Let me go find it.
You know what's funny? The thought is that the tank is as big as it is, there probably would have hardly still been like no room to move around.
Yeah.
You know, everybody would have been cramped.
Do you see this boat on wheels?
Yep. Boat on wheels. I mean, if you get hit from the side, you're pretty much screwed. So.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. Okay. Oh yeah, the mouse.
Just run circles around you.
Well, that's with most heavy tanks. The mouse. The German mouse.
Ever played that other tank game called War Thunder?
Yeah, I've played it.
What do you think of it? I thought it was supposed to be like more realistic.
It is. It's definitely more realistic in this game, but I don't think it's as fun.
Okay, that's what I was wondering too. Like, even though it's more realistic, that doesn't really mean that it's gonna be more fun.
Yeah.
Because realism is kind of harsh, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to balance out reality.
Yeah.
So like in that game, if you just have the better tank, like
you win.
You know, you win. That's reality for you. German tanks are only good in numbers. Not Germans, I mean Russian tanks are good in numbers.
Oh.
Cheap, easy to make, you know.
For Mother Russia. Sorry, I should probably pick a tank now. I was just too busy eyeing at all the other tanks I've looked at. Well, speaking of Russian tanks, I'm going to be a Russian tank.
Germans weren't really all that good, but, you know.
Made a whole buttload of them.
Yeah, they held up.
Yeah. Well, they were a good tank at the start of the war when no one else... It was comparable to Germans, I think. But then the Germans made the Tiger and the Panther, yeah. And so the Americans had to put a better gun on the Sherman to actually penetrate those two. Even though their tank for the Panther and the Tiger would just break down without actually entering battle.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue with the Sherman was the fact that it had so many, you know, I feel kind of dumb saying that's the biggest issue, the fact that it has so many issues. But I think it was like I say, it was hard to maintain. It was just really, I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the Sherman or if I'm thinking of what was the name of that tank that was named after
the Patton?
Yeah, the Patton.
It's definitely not the Sherman, because the Sherman was easy to maintain.
Yeah, yeah, I'm thinking of the British tank. The Sherman was the American tank.
Yeah. No, the Patton was also an American. So the Churchill? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the British tank?
That's the British tank.
See, that's what I'm thinking of. And apparently that one was shit because it was hard to maintain.
Oh. Or are you talking about the Valentine, or are you talking about the... not the Conqueror? It starts with the C, I can't remember.
It was the Churchill. It was named after their prime minister or whatever the fuck they call that guy.
Winston
That
Churchill.
tank been through a lot. You know, most of it seemed like what they end up doing was just merging a lot of the like other tank parts with it to make it better.
Hmm.
Like the Churchill gun was pretty shit.
Well, that's
Armor
also
was
what they
shit
did
too.
to the American Sherman, though.
Yeah, but the American Sherman itself was a good tank in design because of the body, even though like it's like just the slopes on it made it kind of hard to
Penetrate it.
really yeah.
Gotcha.
Even though like the German Tiger was just so strong to a point where it just didn't really matter that much. It's not like the American tank had that much play. Mostly like you know by the time we came into the war with our tanks and shit, there wasn't really much left. Like they've already pretty much lost the whole thing when we came on board.
Well, actually, Germany was winning, at least, well, on the British and the French front.
Yeah, they were losing. Like they were already like retreating from the Russians.
Yeah, it's true.
Like the British would never really stood a chance because their tanks were garbage. So, I mean, so, I think they just ended up kind of like working with the American tank. I can't remember. I think the Americans took the Churchill gun, right? Or did the
Uh,
Churchill take the? I think the Churchill took the American gun. Maybe I can't remember which way it was.
I remember the British putting the 17-pounder, or the Firefly, which was the Sherman tank. Does that make sense? They put that
Yeah,
gun onto the Sherman, and the reason the Americans didn't do it is because they would rather have more crew comfort other than a bigger gun.
yeah.
Especially because how kind of tight it already was with the gun that was they already had. And then they made the turret bigger so they could put the bigger gun in it, the Easy 8.
No, that air superiority was just the shit, man. So it wasn't that. At that point, it wasn't that big of a deal. You know, Germans already was losing air superiority.
Yeah.
You know,
So we could
so
bomb their factories.
yeah, they literally just ran out of resources. So
Hmm.
the Tiger tank would have probably been more formidable if they would have like. No, they probably would have just been better off just not fucking dealing with the damn thing. So maybe they just made too many of them. I don't know. And I'm not sure if it was like, I mean, I guess it's a bad design in the sense to where it was hard to maintain and keep running. I mean, it was good, but it's like, well, how good is something when you can't even have it functioning all the time and shit due
Sure.
to the weather? So, I don't know. Russians were just the shit at the time. They were just
I don't
like,
care. As long as it runs and it shoots, that's all that matters. Send it to battle.
like, like they just knew like once winter comes, man, you guys are stuck.
Yeah.
Like they knew it. Like once winter comes, man, we're just gonna get our store up some vodka, you know, sit here, relax a bit, you know, and it's
And then
only a
murder you.
matter of time. Yep. Also set you on fire to keep you warm too, just out of courtesy. That had to suck too, because it's like they didn't have no foresight of that. It seems like they like just walked right into that shit. Like they were pushing so hard that they didn't even think to like, you know, maybe we should like, I mean, yeah, they're big armored vehicles, but they're still like these cold cannons out in the winter. So and World War II sucks. Spring when I was in that shit. Like your
Yeah.
odds of living were like next to were very very low, to say the least.
Well, maybe not as bad as the German U-boats.
Yeah, German U-boats are just suicide boats. Like you weren't, if
Yeah.
you got in a German U-boat, you're not getting out of those things alive.
Probably 1 out of 10 survived. Oh, no, wait, I didn't mean to click X on it. Fail. Speaking of... Oh, no, the match started. I was gonna be the tanks that we're talking about, since you were talking about the Churchill and the Sherman. I was gonna be one of the two tanks, because I have both of them.
Oh, okay. I
But
think
the
one
match
thing is
started.
that the Churchill looks cool. It's like the most iconic tank, even though it was shit.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, at least from like at least as far as like cartoons are concerned, like you see the Churchill a lot in like old cartoons and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
that is the Sherman too. The Churchill just has a very memorable look to it.
Sad thing is, I remembered the Sherman before I remembered the Churchill.
Well, the American tanks just look cool. Like but by default they look all futuristic and shit with their shapes and stuff. And they just
Hmm.
look cool. Cause like it's funny thing, they look smaller than what like let's say like they look lighter than what they actually are.
Yeah.
Like they have really thick armor, so
Well,
a
maybe
lot
not
heavier
as
than what.
thick as like a tiger, but because it's sloped, it equals to the thickness of the tiger.
Yeah, yeah. But then, you know, we have like because it's so curved and stuff. To me, like the Tiger looks boxy, but like the Shermans just look chunkier. I guess because they're rounded and shit.
Yeah.
But they still had the weakness of like I guess the ring around their turrets. Like I can't remember 'cause I'm not looking at one right now, but I think they had like their turrets had a weak spot on like a lot of weak spots.
Well, turrets on almost every tank would probably be a weak spot, because it has to move. At least the
Yeah,
turret
but
ring.
I think it was especially bad with the Sherman. I can't remember if I'm like thinking of I can't remember how from design. Most tanks they try to at least like to have their turrets where they're kind of like hard to get around in there. But I don't think it was that hard to get around in the Sherman's. I just call it the ring, the little in between
The
the turret
turret
and the
basket?
body of the tank. It's like that little space between the turret and the body,
Yeah,
whatever.
I know what you're
I'm
talking
not
about.
sure, yeah, I'm not sure the proper name for it is. Whatever.
I don't either.
What tank is that you're using? Is that the
The
Sherman?
KV-1, it's a Russian heavy tank.
Oh, right.
At least in this game it is.
You should play that. You know that one Russian heavy tank that had like a big ass turret. It just looks like someone just took a
Oh, the
giant gun and
KV-2?
just
I don't have that yet.
yeah.
But I'll show you what it
I
looks
know
like,
there's a
so hopefully.
I know there's a meme of saying that the accuracy in those tanks are so bad, but every now and then the ghost of Stalin would come and like help guys around to
Yep.
get you a stupid crazy shot.
Yep.
They're like RNG tanks whether you hit someone or not.
Well, that's with most tanks in this game. You see that circle? It has a random chance of hitting in that circle. At least if we're talking about in-game.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still talking in game. Yeah.
Okay.
That one tank in particular is like it has really bad accuracy, but you know people get these stupid crazy shots with them.
Yes.
And
For
they're really
Stalin!
strong, so they like.
Oh. Oh, thanks, Tank Destroyer. That was nice. You didn't even penetrate me. That was a nice shot. Thanks. Good job on wasting your shell. I'm just gonna come chase you now, and I'm gonna put a Stalin-sized shell in your butt. Hello, my friend. Goodbye, my friend. No, I should have said comrade. Darn it. I missed my chance.
Can't leave. I want to get the spray bottles and keep messing with me. I'm about to get really mean. Yeah, she don't like that spray bottle.
Well, don't most cats sound like spray bottles? Isn't that the point?
I don't know. So maybe some of those gangster cats wouldn't care.
Gangster cats? I'm sorry, did you just say
Yeah.
gangster cats?
Hell yeah, them alley cats, man. They'll probably whoop you up if you try to hit them with a spray bottle.
Fire! Oh. I keep aiming too low. Darn it. It's really annoying. Hey, medium tank. How do you like the taste of Stalin?
Let's see.
For Stalin!
Two boxes of two different types of lasagna.
Oh, he got himself killed. Woot woot. And now I'm capping their base. I got 3 kills this match. Woot woot.
When did you start saying woot woot?
I don't know. Since woot woot became a thing.
Yeah, back when Halo was a thing. After those aliens from Halo used to say.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's like something backwards. It's like
Oh.
it's like a word reversed.
Hmm.
Fuck Halo anyway. I don't care. Halo is garbage now. I mean, it's been garbage for the longest now. I mean, well, I don't know, like, what they expect that they keep beating a franchise over with
A shtick.
dick. Oh, thank you for saving it, 'cause I was about to say some dumb shit.
Well, this is YouTube, so I'm not supposed to say anything bad.
No, but they can't hear you, so it don't matter.
Yeah, they can. I have my mic on.
Damn, why are you trying to expose this?
I've always had my mic on.
I didn't assign no kind of agreement to this.
Well, if you didn't, then unless you have your thing on, your PlayStation thing on, they shouldn't be able to hear you. Hold on, let's see.
I am tired.
Yeah, they can hear you. Do you want me to turn off your mic? Or, not your mic, but turn off my mic in general so that they can't hear you.
I don't care. Who's they? They ain't watching your videos.
Yeah, that's true. Barely anybody does. The most viewed thing I have is only 30.
Microwave. Who would microwave a skillet dinner? Like, why is that even? Gosh.
Did you just say a microwave skillet?
No, a skillet dinner. You know, it's like those pasta dishes and stuff that every family has.
Oh shoot. Did I F up? I think I didn't. Alright, so you want me to be the Sherman or the Churchill?
Go ahead and do the Sherman.
Okay. Just to inform you, I'm pretty bad with the Sherman. Just letting you know ahead of time.
like a forever man. Um, are you AFK?
No, why?
Oh, I just see your tank just sitting there.
Oh.
I didn't know you were still here.
It was AFK because, or not AFK, I wasn't moving because the game hadn't loaded in yet. It was still telling me that we had to wait till the match actually started.
Okay.
Can you please not hit me in the butt, Tiger? Thank you.
The way you say that. That's
What?
what you call your lover, Tiger.
What?
Tiger.
No. Okay, that I was AFK. I was texting my mom.
Mom's like, who's Tiger?
No, I was texting, not calling. Jeez.
Two and three quarters.
Please don't hit me, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Japan. I just always wanted to be hit in my butt. That's nice. That's real nice. Oh wait, am I fighting against cheer? Oh, I'm not. I'm not gonna live very long. Bait the shot. Bait the shot. Hey, he shot. Now I can fire at him. Fire! Oh, wait. You're not supposed to reload that quickly. What the hell are you doing, Mr. KV1? Stop doing my job. I reload quickly. You don't. I can't pen him. What am I doing? Well, I just got killed. Yay! I didn't think things through very well. The power of not having an upgraded gun. Because when your gun is stock, or not your gun, your tank stock, it's not the best. Because I haven't used the tank very much, so that's why it's not very good. Same thing with the Churchill. I haven't used them as much as the KVs, so they actually have good guns, and these do not yet.
That sounds like fun.
What?
That sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun. What, not having good guns?
Yeah.
How does that sound like fun?
Because it becomes extra challenging. And then when you lose, you can just be like, well, you're just lucky I wasn't using my main vehicle.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, using the Churchill.
This time. It's funny, you run into a lot of people, like, in competitive games, you're like, oh, look at these tryhards. I'm not even using my main character. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Going easy on you kids. Any other time, I would have beat you.
Sad thing is, I've done that before. But granted, it was against an a-hole, but still, I've done that before.
I've seen folks who, people do it, but, I mean, there's characters that are clearly better than others. But then people do dumb shit, too, and it's like, oh, he only won because he was using a good character, and it's like, well, maybe if you stop, doing dumb shit, like, you're gonna pick a bad character and stop building bad. I'm thinking the context of Smite, when people build dumb items, and build stupidly, like, picking a support and then building damage. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, of course you're gonna lose. I mean, you can't be too surprised and then start accusing them of being tryhards. I mean, they only won because they weren't trying to lose. So.
And also, I never understood the point of giving someone an insult of a tryhard, though.
It's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Right? They're so confident at first, like, oh, I'm going damage cruising, but we got this shit in the bag. And it starts going south, and it's like, oh, it's only because, they're being all tryhard, and, I'm not using my main character. Like, dude, stop putting damage on your supports.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why Smite is a game where I want to play it, but I can't play it. Because it's just too... You can't have fun really in Smite unless you're doing everything you can to like carry. And I don't want to play every game. Like it becomes very exhausting
Oh.
playing Smite sometimes. Like even though I'm making fun of people who are like not doing try hard stuff and complaining about people doing so, I get it. You know, sometimes you just want to have fun. But Smite is like, oh, you're trying to have fun? Well, fuck you. Because, you know, your entire team is going to be ass and, you know, relying on someone to carry them, and you're not that someone right now because you're trying to have fun. And it's like,
Yeah. Well, then why don't
you
you
know,
just do a 3v3, have 3 of your friends? Because that's what I used to do in Smite.
yeah, but then, like, even still, you know, it doesn't, like, it's not even like, we'll do that, but no. I like to play Conquest. I don't like those other modes as much. When I play Smite, I want to play Conquest. And
Oh.
Conquest is a game where it's like,
You have to
you're
try
always
hard, or you
trying,
lose.
or you just need people to not, it's not just feeding, but like, not you try to hope that you don't have a weak man on your squad that's going to allow the, you know, that's going to pretty much create a monster. And so you like oftentimes I'll find myself having to play support because if you leave support up to a random, then you have a high chance that that person is going to be on some dumb shit and they're going to end up throwing the game because the thing about support is that, you know,
You have to know what you're
your
doing.
job, yeah, there's a lot that's on your shoulders as a
Yeah.
support,
I
you
used
know.
to use Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is not a support.
She isn't?
She's a mage. No, she's a mage. The support, the reason why she's not a support is because the support's job is not just to like heal people and stuff like that. You know, not there's a lot of supports that don't have healing in their kit. What you're looking to do as support is to like pretty much be the well, it's different. Like if you're playing, let's say if you're playing like a Ymir, you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
looking to like front line and set up for your team because people are pretty hard to hit when they're trying to dodge. You want someone that can make it easy to hit people with. So you got Ymir, you can freeze somebody and lock them up.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job as Ymir as a support, and he's tanky enough to where he can take a lot of hits, so he can go in and initiate and not get blown up. If someone like a squishy, like if an Aphrodite tries to initiate, she'll get locked down and killed in seconds. She
True.
can't really just walk up on people and initiate on them. That's kind of a hard thing to do. And not every support is played like that, you know. Ymir is kind of like a hybrid between like offense and defense. You know, also as Ymir, if they have like let's say they have like a ninja, you know a ninja is going to try and initiate on someone and single them out. So you can wait for him. Ninja is going to hesitate if he sees a Ymir, because he knows Ymir is going to try and get the freeze on him.
Yeah.
Like you're anticipating, like as a support, you're kind of anticipating, depending on what kind of support you're playing, either counter initiating or initiating. You know, and
Mm.
you're looking to. It's so complicated, but some folks when they play support, they don't do anything. And so it's like, if it's left up to someone to do something, like you need what you got, what you're gonna leave it up to the mid, the jungler, the carry. All of those people are usually squishy as hell,
Yeah.
and that's why we get those tough games where like if I don't play support, you'll get some goofball that's like not doing nothing as a support, and so it's like we're one guy short, and it's the most important dude, or you don't, you have someone play solo and it's someone that's doing goofy shit in the solo lane. And so what ends up happening is like it's really bad then because they're dying a lot. They're either feeding the other solo or the jungler, and then that person becomes a monster and he starts rotating and destroying people. So
Mm.
it's like you want to have someone there. If you don't have a good jungler, then you're gonna have like your jungle taken by theirs. Then their jungler is gonna start killing everyone, killing the mid. You can do whatever. He's gonna be so far ahead.
Yes.
And it's like that with every role. So like, if you don't have a full squad, you're in for a rough time. Like if you're forced to like, okay, I gotta play a character that is pretty broken as far as like snowballing,
Mm.
and that's not all that fun. So playing Smite isn't really all that fun, at least for me right now, because like it's. And I'm not blaming the game. I'm like a casual person. I'm a casual person that likes to play Conquest, so I don't enjoy having to do that.
Gotcha.
That's like not my cup of tea.
Well, I'm a casual, likes playing the 3v3, and I use normally my Khepri, so I have really fun time.
Yeah, Khepri is a different. Yeah, Khepri is kind of the support. Like, I'm not saying you can't play support Aphrodite, but she would fit in the role as Khepri. The only issue is that at times you need someone with a big old health pool that can take a lot of hits.
Yeah, that's Khepri.
And yeah, but Aphrodite, she can't do that.
True.
Anti-heal is too prevalent, and she'll just get bodied. But Khepri, man, he's a thick ass boy.
Yeah, that's why I love him so much. He's a support tank, and that's what I love to play in games.
Like, I've played the shit out of Khepri, too. So, like, I'm not like Khepri is still, as far as support, he's kind of meh. His ultimate is easily countered. And
how can you counter his ultimate? He brings someone back to life behind him.
Anyone with an execute, it doesn't work. It doesn't save people from executes. So, Thanatos won't work against the Thanatos. It won't work against the Alquan. Also, it's time too. So oftentimes, when you put when you try to use it on someone,
they stop hitting them.
What people do now is they'll wait for it to wear off.
Gotcha.
And then oftentimes, if there's no communication, that person won't think to run away.
Yeah.
Or, you have to, I'm not saying this, the best way to use it is in situations where, like, you want to, guarantee a kill. It's really good if you want someone to be reckless, because it just means that it's pretty much like a
safety net for someone who's like a trapeze. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to use it on someone who's trying to use to save people isn't as effective now. Using it as a means to let people initiate and be reckless is where it's at, especially for tower diving too. You throw that shit on an Odin and have them tower dive some fools, or like just even a neat job. Like throw it on someone who's good at tower diving. You're good because they're taking hits from the tower, so they're guaranteed to die. And
when they die, you bring them back.
Boost. Yeah, they're gonna get a speed boost. I think it's also a damage boost too. So it's a buff as well. It does more than just bring them back. So.
I know that.
But it's just kind of hard because trying to save people with him, people get too clever. It's like I rarely ever see that happen now.
Good.
Even playing them or playing against them, it's like, all right, I'll just wait for it.
Yeah.
And you can still CC the person too, so if someone gets Khepri off you, it's like, all right, we just lock them down until the light wears off. Khepri, he does like it's like I've seen people build him, put damage on that dude. It's like,
why?
His dot, because I think it's because his dot damage is really good with what was it, Spears of Magus, the one that it's that item that it's that mage item. It's like a penetration item, reduces their defense with every tick.
Oh.
So you got like a Zeus or something, and you hit an enemy with your little Khepri ball. I think it's just one.
Yeah, his son.
They're gonna take dot damage. Yeah, they're gonna take dot damage. So they're gonna lose like 40 defense or something. And so what that means is that your mage doesn't have to build that item, because as long as you're around, you'll be able to put that on someone, and then they can build something else.
Yeah.
So that like frees up an item for them, But I mean, that's not all that good. I just seen folks do it. And I say that because like it's only good if you can proc that on multiple people. Like,
Yeah.
Which fucking... I'm trying to think of a support that can use that really well. I mean, it's not bad with Khepri, but it's like on the Cerberus is good on the Cerberus. That shit is really good on the Cerberus. You got a Cerberus in your team, and you can just freaking burn them down. Like not only do they do a lot of damage, But again, if you have a mage, you can just burn them down with that. You know, if your mage hits them with anything, they're just dead. So, I mean, like Zeus is really good now. He came back to the meta. Like I was using Zeus a lot too, and Zeus is so strong because of that. Like you got someone on your team that, I mean, it's good to just build that on Zeus because you know the way his kit works, but mages are like hella strong. And I guess that's what the thing is just so strong. I don't know why I'm talking about Smite. I don't want to. I have no desire to play Smite at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't been playing it for so long. It's just
All your builds are probably awful.
my builds for Smite are usually. I mean, it's not like there's, that's another thing. There's not a lot of build variety in Smite. I don't think. It's like either you got dumb builds and you got you know
Overpowered builds.
your common builds. You know, it's in order for you to build poorly, you must like have you it's like you don't pay attention to what anyone else is doing because most people will have a common build. Like the only build that probably the only group of um I'm trying to think the only class that has real flexibility in their builds are probably um
You would
dare
think
I
some warrior, right?
say uh, I mean, warriors are kind of funny because you don't really you see so many different like you see mages over there, assassins. I mean, you see all kind of folks in that lane. Like warriors are kind of shit right now. Like straight up warriors, they're not all that good. Like
No.
I guess you could say they have variety in their builds because they don't really have anything that's really all that great to build. You know, so I guess that counts. I would say a mage. Mage just has the most variety right now because I mean they're just they have so many options. Like you can just do so much with them. You know?
Gotcha.
That's why I think I was playing Mage a lot. Just like it's the only thing where you kind of feel fun. You kind of have fun experimenting.
Gotcha.
Everything else is just kind of like, all right, here goes your standard build. You know, this is mostly like conquest stuff. Like if you're a support, you're gonna start off doing this, and you're gonna build all of these other freaking aura items and shit. And if you're an assassin, well, you definitely don't really have a lot of wiggle room because you know you got to build to where you're like not falling behind the other guys. So
Mm.
you got to make sure that you. I think you will still go with I can't remember how assassins start off. I think it's like
I'll be
of
back.
course you start off with the yeah okay. I can't remember. I think it's like the assassin item. Uh,
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
How's your family been?
I guess okay, why?
I don't know, I'm just wondering. You know, whenever it was weird, like always being asked, or when someone asks you like, "How is everything?" Because, I think the person, whenever that question is asked, someone's expecting or hoping to hear something exciting, like, "Oh yeah, we got attacked by ninjas. Um, a few tornadoes flew by our house, and apparently there were like freaking it was like some kind of alien ship that was causing it, like something exciting, you know. Like we had the FBI chasing us down, apparently my dad is like a sleeper agent from Russia. You know, like, but, yeah, I get it. Life is boring.
Well, I got 4 dogs instead of 3, so...
Oh, that's slightly more exciting. Are they like cannibal dogs?
Cannibal? What?
Yeah. Are they like cannibal dogs?
They eat other dogs? Is that what you mean by cannibal?
You know, unless you got like human dogs.
Lobo, come here.
That I'm not gonna judge. You know.
No, they're dogs. There's one right in front of my face right now. Hi.
So you don't like have humans like dressed up in like gimp masks, wearing like a little dog mask.
I don't have any of those, no.
Okay.
They're actual dogs that bark and have puppy emotions, and they're puppies and not humans.
You're not like an alchemist that are like transforming humans into like dogs and shit.
No, they're dogs. Nothing special other than them being a dog.
You didn't try and bring your dog back to life at alchemy, did you?
No.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Never know what you millennials daddy say, you and your alchemy.
There's nothing special with me. Or with the dog. Well, I guess this is a new thing. I'm going to the gym now.
Oh, that's good. Did you get to run into like a bunch of chads and meatheads and shit?
I haven't talked to anybody, so I can't answer that question.
That means you haven't. They would totally walk up to you like, and start coaching you and start fighting for you and shit.
No.
And start yelling at you and having you drink protein shakes and wear like fucking ripped up tees.
Actually, the sad thing about that is the trainer that I actually have. Well, it was a free trainer. It was one lesson. He was actually pretty nice, and he wasn't an a-hole.
Sadly, most people at gyms are nice. I mean, that's like some stereo. You have to like go to like the only gyms that are pretty obnoxious are like the not saying like the local gyms, but you know those gyms that like you'll see them at like complexes or like they're just like some regular gyms anyone can walk into. Like those gyms have some pretty obnoxious people. You know? But there's like people who act like they're at a private gym and are like, you know, they're like, oh, he's lifting weights too loud, or like, oh, you know, he's like not wiping the benches. Like, man, you should be wiping the benches and shit. But like, there's people who are like, you know, as soon as you get up, you know, like, you just feel like there's people like just eyeballing you and shit.
What? As soon as you get up, people are eyeballing you? Is that what you said? Sorry, I'm kind of getting shot.
Like people are always checking up on you, making sure.
Oh.
Fine, but like people can be really obnoxious with it at some places. But in general, they're all cool. They're usually cool.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those folks that are like vlogging at a gym, then everyone hates you.
Yeah. No.
Right.
All I do is listen to music and do the weight stuff that I'm supposed to. That's about it.
Yeah, you have to be like a hot cam girl to do that anyway. So of course not. You don't want to see you vlog at a gym.
Who says I'm not, huh?
Oh boy. Your mom will be sweating like, oh gosh.
She'd be sweating at other guys? What? Lazy? We lost Lazy. No, never mind.
I'm sorry, I'm still cooking and shit. So.
How long does it take you to make food? Jeez.
You gotta cook the meat and then you gotta cook the pasta.
Oh, so you're having pasta in your meat? Okay.
I mean, who would not have meat in their pasta? I don't
Me.
like the way you put. You don't put pasta in meat. You put meat in pasta. By the way, I just had to.
I know.
This is like 4 people food. It's like 90% pasta and however much meat you want to add. If you get the meal where they have meat in it, then it's like still 90% pasta and like not even like it's like 5% meat. The other 5% is just like liquids. They get absorbed by the pasta.
Tank, lay down.
Call him. Oh, I was say call him. Who's there? Tank, lay down. Like they call him the dog.
Yeah, I'm talking to my dog.
You named the dog Tank.
Yes.
He must be a sick ass dog.
He was supposed to be.
Okay, you named the small one Tank. Oh, of course, because you got a sense of humor.
No, he was supposed to be the biggest dog we have. He's actually in the middle of everyone now.
So you had your expectations to him were way too high.
Yeah.
What a parent you are, huh? You would expect him to be a big dog.
Well, he was supposed to be a Saint Bernard Bernese mountain dog.
You wanted him to play for Miami and stuff.
No, he was just supposed to be big.
He was like, all right, you're gonna become a professional, and you're going to make my life better. Nah, he's some tiny ass dog.
Well, he's not that tiny. He's about hip height. Well, a little less. Sorry.
You wanted him to be a doctor, and he wants to be a comedian.
No, I wanted him to give us love, and he wants to be the opposite of that.
He wants to chew on your cord.
No, he's chewing on my headphones, though.
He'll work his way there eventually.
Well, my Wi-Fi or my Ethernet cord is actually in a cord protector, so it's actually probably not going to happen.
I think that's gonna stop.
Yeah,
that
probably.
Just makes it more. That just makes the challenge more worth it. They're working their way through that thing. If not, then they'll just get to your shoes.
He hasn't eaten shoes yet, but my other dog has. Oh, I'm dead. Yay!
What you need to do is you need to get out your tank and kill them. Like this is Battlefield. You just get out, you know, pull out your drill bit and just... There you go.
Watch you rock and swim. Well, this isn't Battlefield.
They should replace the Battlefield, you know, engineer little... I'm not sure what they use now. I guess it's a torch.
No, I think it's a wrench.
Oh, it's a wrench. Screw that. They should give them the IKEA's little tool piece, you know? And you just walk up to the tank and you just start freaking twisting that little thing on it. They already had like the little mini guns, little mini tiny handguns from Battlefield 1. Now they just need like a little tiny IKEA multi-purpose little wrench. Imagine like hitting somebody upside the head. Wait, you played Bad Company, did you, when that was a thing?
I did. I didn't get any DLCs, and I don't remember as much of it as I probably should.
DLCs? I don't think Bad Company they even have. The DLC was free.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I did have all the DLCs. I did get it towards the end of its life, though.
You know, I'm talking about specifically Bad Company 2.
I'm pretty sure.
The only paid for DLC was the Vietnam one. And by that time, the game was pretty much already dead. Not dead, but you know, people already moved on. Like that game, it's weird. That DLC came towards like something like the end of his lifespan, which it was good from what I've seen, but you know, I can see why. That's the last time we'll ever see that kind of business model from them, as far as EA.
Yeah.
It was fun, but like I doubt that statistically they probably could have made more money. But the DLC, the free DLC, was just reused assets, just like maps that were in the campaign, and they just kind of re-released them. So it would have been kind of bogus for them to charge that anyway. So.
Yeah.
I like that better. You know. If that game were to come out today, they would probably do the same thing, but just like have a bunch of microtransactions and shit to make up for the cost.
Yeah.
I don't mind microtransactions if they're done like. I like Mass Effect microtransactions. That was pretty decent.
But
Yeah. I didn't.
Mass Effect, that wasn't that cosmetics, and also being able to unlock people faster than other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Cosmetics and stuff, and maybe a few bucks and shit. Like that's not gonna. It's not gonna. I mean, as far as unlocking people faster, I guess that'll be kind of harder in the competitive multiplayer game. But like, just cosmetic stuff is cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess that takes too much work too. So like, why do that when you can just like have fun? I don't know why they don't do that. That seems to work a lot for games that do it. I guess it's harder for first-person shooters because you can't really see your character. Like,
Mhm.
I don't understand cosmetics in first-person shooters.
Well, Overwatch has
Even
cosmetics in first-person shooter.
yeah, and I don't buy none of them because they're stupid. Like, why would people get cosmetics? I guess because I don't get it. There's no way.
It
They have
changes
a
the
loot box.
gun.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't care. Apparently, people care about it, so I can't say who cares. But I mean, in Overwatch, I guess like it's not as you can. There's sometimes where you can see your character. You can like taunt and stuff to see your
Yeah.
character. Um, you can
I've played Overwatch.
yeah. Well, you know what I mean. You can
Yeah.
unlock it through other means too. So I just don't like that. See, that's not all that bad. But I can see why people who pay money for it. I was like, you're paying money for RNG and you don't usually get what you want.
True. Well,
But it's
unless you
like,
get the money from the RNG, and then you can use that to buy people.
yeah.
Alright,
I
I'll
don't
be
really
back.
see the issue people have with the over. Okay. Overrated stuff. Boy. Yo, dead. Yeah, the food's ready. It's just cooling down and stuff. So, I don't know what to do with this grease stuff.
Okay, I'm back. Just to let you know, I have to leave fairly soon, like in 30 minutes.
Alright, wait. Oh, you. Oh, wait. Yeah, you are. Okay. You gotta go eat or whatever.
No, I'm actually gonna go to the gym.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Alright. Like a Planet Fitness or someplace.
Uh, no, it's specifically related to my city. I'm not willing to say its name.
Hmm.
Especially since I'm
So it's not like.
broadcasting.
Okay, so it's not like some general place people go to. Or is it?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Oh, is it a public gym or a private one?
You have to pay to get in, so I guess it's private.
Maybe most gyms are like that. So.
Then it's
I
public.
guess there's a. Maybe I think our public gyms don't cost anything. Like I don't know.
All I
But
know
you
is
have
you had to
get
pay
in,
to
so.
get in, that was it.
Okay, yeah.
And you do have to beep a little thing, but other than that, that's it. Then you can use on their equipment.
Okay, you're getting the spray bottle. Where is the spray bottle at?
Cat Rudd.
She knows too, cause she can hear it. Like she's already running, she can hear me adjusting the nozzle. What you want, nigga? No. I don't care if you're hungry or not. That bothers me. Cat's always hungry. If she's not hungry, then there's something wrong with her. That's the only time you know something's wrong with her when she's not hungry.
Ah. Or when she's not asleep.
She's hungry in her sleep. It's just that she gets so tired from being hungry, she passes out.
No, she starves to death, but instead of dying, she passes out. But even though you feed her.
Come here. She's like one of those fluffy British-looking cats too. Careful.
Fluffy British-looking cat? Okay, thanks,
Yeah,
Sherman.
they're the cats. They're the cats that look like they eat hamburgers. That's the
Oh,
best description.
the angry ones?
I mean, I don't know if they're all. No. Those are the cats that look like they have Down syndrome. I'm talking about the
Oh.
cats that get fat, but they're just like they look like they can just eat a hamburger.
Okay.
You're thinking of the derpy looking cats that always look angry.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how we're
those
judging
cats.
cats.
Those cats have like some messed up genetics to have their face look like in some freaking pubs or whatever.
Yes.
I'm like, it's like why do people inbreed their animals just to get them pure? Like, what is so satisfying about a purebred?
Um,
Can you imagine like a purebred human? That's just like you're just an inbred.
go to
Like,
Alabama.
I mean, you're gonna look like some weird looking mutant or something. Like that's all pugs are, just mutant looking dogs and shit.
True.
With like a shit ton of health issues who wish they were killed because their life is miserable because we keep like doing that to them. It's like just let dogs fuck different. Like it was like some kind of dog master race. Like that's the issue with the Germans. They would have just eventually lost because they would have been inbreeding so much. They would have just gone full retard eventually.
Yeah.
Like you don't want like a race that's like, you know, or like any kind of species that just like that like, you know, mates in that kind of fashion or whatever. I'm not saying you gotta have like cats fucking dogs, but you don't want your dogs to be fucking like fucking like you know, distant like brothers or like cousins and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
What? Oh, he just went invisible. That's nice. That's real nice. Just whoop. Goodbye.
Let's see. Man, like it's like. Wait, what?
Darn it. Okay, well, I'm dead.
Gosh, the news is just so depressing, man. Gosh.
Well, it tells you what's happening, so does that tell you how depressing life is?
I mean, well, not like it rarely tells you what's happening, but it's like it's depressing because like it's nothing but just like stupid drama. Like drama, and I'm not talking like not just mainstream news, just any kind of like anything that involves like, you know, what's happening now or what just happened, or you know, it's like it's always something like really stupid or really stupid. It's just like goofy shit. Like
Okay.
there's something that's kind of like uplifting or that's impressive, you know. It's like I think the only thing that you can really make a profit off of now is just drama. So
Yeah.
it's like this person just ruined their life, you know. Like, ooh, I want to see that again. See more people ruining their lives and shit. Like,
Mm.
it's almost like you watched American Idol when I was, I think.
When American Idol, when what?
Have you ever watched American Idol? Like when it was popular or what?
Yeah. Long time ago.
Yeah, you know the phase when they're going through the auditions. You know,
Yeah.
like how, for me, that shit's kind of hard to watching people embarrass themselves, or, you know, like, because they get up on stage and they, like, really think, like, they're the next, like, this is their destiny and shit, and, you know, just to watch someone with so much hope and admiration about something just crumble in a matter of seconds, it's like, you know, sometimes it's funny, and you know, but after a while, it just becomes kind of, like, cringy and hard to watch. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that. And that's like all that. That's pretty much what all the news is now. It's like one giant American Idol audition where people step up and just ruin their dreams.
Mhm.
Like I would like to see a success story or something, Yeah, does it end horribly? It's like all these Greek tragedies and shit. Let's see. I mean, I was like that movie Venom. I was expecting that to just flat out awful. So I was kind of surprised that people actually liked it. So I'm like, all right. Well,
I've never
I mean, it's
watched it.
hope. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it either, but I'm glad to know that Sony can make a movie that isn't a complete shit.
Fair enough.
So,
Wait, but
what?
didn't Marvel get Spider-Man? How did Sony keep Venom?
Because they gave them Spider-Man specifically, so they get Venom as long as they don't mention or include Spider-Man, then they can get away with it.
But Venom is Spider-Man's villain.
I know it sounds dumb, but apparently it works. So
Okay.
people, the box office hit. I don't care to see it because I don't really know I don't understand the grand appeal about Venom. I only found him interesting because, I thought that he was an interesting enemy for Spider-Man to face, but for some reason I just keep getting denied that. Like, I just can't have a movie where Venom and Spider-Man can face off, but nope. So,
Gotcha.
but I mean, people are like, oh, it's pretty decent, but it's like, I mean, yeah, but it's like, I'm just getting blue balls again. The last movie that even, had any hopes of being able to witness this was shit. It was the Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Well,
then why don't you watch the animated cartoons?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them. I grew up with. That's why I wanted to see a Venom versus Spider-Man movie.
Fair enough.
But that's all I have now are the animated cartoons. So, yeah.
But the animated cartoons are always better than the movies.
Yeah, but like the appeal to the movies is like, you want to see them on the big screen, higher productions, you get to see, you want to see the best moments. Like, I'm tired of seeing Uncle Ben die. Please stop killing that man off. I'm glad that they didn't bother to do that again. It's like shit. So, let's never kill off Uncle Ben again.
We've seen it enough times.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the origin story of the Spider-Man enough. Can we just skip straight to like one of his cool villains? Like I'm already tired of Doctor Octopus. I'm tired of like all the rest of the fucking like. I just want to skip to like I want to say let's skip to Electro, but didn't Spider-Man 2 do that and it was fucking terrible? What is 3? It was one that had Jamie Foxx playing as Electro. Oh, I wish I could just slap whatever idiot thought it was good to have Jamie Foxx play Electro. But that's like the most stupidest. Like, you have Jamie Foxx, a comedian that you can barely take seriously, playing a villain, right? Like, how this is so goofy. Like, and he's playing a. Gosh, just thinking about it, it's like, what are they smoking? Like why? Was that like Disney's doing at the time too?
I thought Disney was with Marvel.
Yeah, but like, I'm trying to remember which if Sony did that Spider-Man movie or Disney. Not the Spider-Man Homecoming, the last one. Them.
Oh, Spider-Man 3.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man 2, but then you had the one after that when it was like they rebooted it. Without the what's that guy who plays in Spider-Man 3 and 1 and 2? It was the actor, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't him. It was some other dude. They got some supermodel ass looking guy to play some nerd in high school who was apparently supposed to have a hard time getting laid, which is hard to believe. But they got him, and the first movie was whatever, but then they had this stupid ass clown ass fucking second movie that was goofy as shit.